Hey!
Yay!
Hey!
Wait,
Family!
I didn't know that you could do a three-way Instagram live.
This is SurrealEstate is doing it for the first time in Instagram history. I'm
That's not,
making that up. I don't know if that's true.
I'm really gullible, so I'll believe anything you tell me. We're going with it.
Right.
Sci-fi just invented this just right now.
Pretty much. It is so good to see your faces.
You too.
Oh my God, how are you guys been?
Oh, anxiously awaiting this day for many, many, many months.
samesies.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah. How do you feel? I mean, like we're premiering it. It almost feels like, I don't know, like it is quite surreal.
I know. It feels like we didn't know when it was airing for so long, and then we found out and it was like, okay, 3 months away, okay, 2 months away. Like it just still everything felt so far away. And the fact that we're here on this day about to watch our premiere episode, and how quickly this year has gone, I think is ultimately what's blown my mind so much.
Yeah. Tim, how do you feel?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, this week was like pretty hectic press wise. So that like ramped it up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, we got a show. It's like, not that I forgot, but yeah, so then things got pretty real. And then I got really excited because the press seemed pretty excited about the show, and they had seen like 8 episodes. So I felt like I had more questions for them than they had for me.
Honestly.
How much have you guys seen? Have you guys seen any of it?
I've seen some
some parts.
Definitely not the series. No, I've seen, what we have in ADR.
Right.
And, things here and there, but only even from the first episode. So
I think what's super cool is that we already have fans. Like everybody that's joining us right now is like sending so much love. Like the response amongst like the sci-fi community and like around the world. Like we have people from Brazil, we've got people from Portugal, like from Iran. People are from around the world are already super excited about this show, which is just mind blowing.
It's I mean, I'm new. I think because Adam, I don't know whether you've done anything for sci-fi before.
Mm-mm.
Because Tim is like the sci-fi god. People love
Tim is a god. Let's just make this really good. Tim is a god, and I feel like a lot of people will join us in agreeing that Tim is a god.
For sure. And then add sci-fi into it, and it's just like.
Guys, can I change that to just be a herald? Like, like the Silver Surfer is the herald of Galactus. Can I be a herald instead of a god? I can't live up to that pressure.
I don't know
Herald,
what reference that is.
Herald of sci-fi. I like
If you
All right,
Selena Gomez on our show.
What's that?
If Tim
Guys.
gets Selena on our show.
I'm a big believer. If you put it out there, stuff happens.
Somebody at Selena Gomez right now and tell her that she needs to do a guest star.
Oh my God, that would be amazing. That would be so much fun.
How are you feeling about all this?
I'm pumped. I'm feeling really good. I mean, we create, everybody, right? Like us as a cast, George Olson, the creator for people that may not know, but like everyone, like Blue Ice Pictures, the entire cast and crew, like we created something pretty freaking cool. Like I didn't really know, I don't think at the time how cool it was. Of course you read the scripts and you're like, some of the things it's like, okay, we're gonna have a really cool special effect here. But it's like, you don't really sort of wrap your mind around it. So, but like now that it's all come together and I've seen bits and pieces, it's a really good show. It's a really, really good show.
How many episodes have you seen?
I've seen the whole season. It's really, no, I'm just joking. No.
Oh my God.
No. Just on like ADR, which for people that don't know ADR, it's like you go in and you do sound, some extra sound and whatnot. But like sometimes and I'll be a little sneaky, like, can you just show me a little bit before that and a little bit after that,
Oh,
so I can get context and the things that I would see. And that wasn't even like the finished product, right? I was just like, this is super cool. Like, not only we got a hello from Los Angeles, which is cool, from Canada. It exceeded beyond what I thought it was going to be, and I think that the fans are going to love it. But I think I think it's going to cross so many demographics. It's real estate. It's like I keep saying, heart, humor, and hell. You know, which
I'm writing that down because I still have yet to find a very succinct way to describe what the show really is. But I think that's exactly it. And I've been seeing that there some of the people that have been commenting have been asking like how scary it really is. It's manageably scary. I'm a wimp when it comes to kind of horror stuff, and this is like horror adjacent. It's so manageable, and it's you're not gonna be like doing this like me in any type of horror movie.
Right. I feel like there may be some parts as the season progresses where, I mean, you do jump out of your seat.
Oh,
like there's some moments that George wrote, and our writers, oh my God, our fabulous writing team, where you just don't expect things to happen.
Completely.
You know?
Completely, but in a good way, in not like I'm hate watching this because I want to watch it because it's scary, but I also hate it. You're like in it and want to be part of it, as opposed to being like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm not describing this particularly well.
I
get it.
came up with a catchphrase the other day. You and I did that press together, and I came up with why, and I've probably said it 100 times now, just because it's like my go-to. Because they're like, Tim, explain SurrealEstate, and I'm like, okay, well, I've done a lot of other supernatural shows, and I will say, all supernatural shows are pretty make-believe. SurrealEstate will make you believe.
Boom.
That's my go-to. But I honestly believe that because, let's be honest, the experience, and not that I had, I don't know about you, Adam, and we never talked about that, but a lot of guest stars had some sort of experience on our set, especially the ones that stayed at that Victorian house that was supposedly haunted. So there is something going on there. Adam, you didn't hear about?
I didn't hear about that. I mean, I had my own experience in the house that I was living in, where it just felt like this void when you were in there. Like I keep thinking about is like, because we were also in quarantine when we first got there. To me, being in that home, which was beautiful, it was like the scene in Beetlejuice, where they come back to the house after they died, and they're stuck in the house. That's what I felt like living in that home. I felt like I was in that scene of Beetlejuice where I couldn't leave, where I was dead. But I didn't hear anybody else that had those experiences.
There were everyone that I talked to that had come in for an episode. Everyone had an issue with this house, and some people were okay staying in it, but recognized that it was really like creepy and energetic, and some people couldn't stay there at all. There were like 2 or 3 people that left and stayed at the hotel because they were like couldn't handle it.
Oh my goodness.
There was the one person who, they had described that they had a sensitivity to spirits to me, so they had like put down like a home remedy of like lemons and salt around the bed, and they left, though I won't say who, but they ended up leaving that hotel. So some people take this stuff really seriously.
Yes.
Well, on that, we actually had some fans who asked some questions, because
there's my aunt on here, by the way. Hi, Auntie Gail.
What's that? Oh yeah.
My aunt's on here. I love it.
Oh,
Sarah's aunt.
Hi, Sarah's aunt. Yeah, we have some fans that actually asked us. I think I'm gonna allowed Sakura, also Heather Riley, asked this. They want to know about real life paranormal phenomena that we experience. We already talked stuff that happened sort of around the set, but even like Bass, do you believe in ghosts? Have you guys ever experienced a paranormal, encounter or a ghost or whatever? I mean, have you ever in real life had that?
The closest thing that I've come to an encounter, and I don't even know if that's what you call it, but it was young, and it's kind of hard to describe, but like I would be in bed, and when your eyes are closed, but you can feel when somebody's standing next to you, or when you can just feel, energy. And I would feel repeatedly this, it's going to sound really creepy, but oddly it wasn't. It was this feeling of an old man that was standing at the edge of my bed. But it wasn't scary at all, which I assumed like any encounter would just be petrifying. This was like a very comforting energy, and it was a repeated thing, to the point where I talked to my parents about it, because I was like, I'm feeling this thing, and I like to think that it was my grandfather, my dad's dad, who died before I was born, and who was just kind of just there, just checking in or something. It was like the closest thing I could come in without actually opening my eyes and seeing anything. I feeling it for sure.
Wow, that's intense.
But then
that's intense.
Where do you go? I don't know.
Tim, what about you?
No.
In
any way, but
because gods or heralds,
yes,
don't they have their hands in the paranormal world already.
That doesn't mean that I'm not a believer, because again, listening to Sarah tell this story, there's no way I think Sarah just made that up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, there's
yeah.
gotta be, it's like people are like, oh, there's aliens. And I'm like, look, I never seen an alien, but I'm not saying there's not. I mean, I think we confirmed aliens, so maybe. I can't remember.
That's been up in the air. Yeah. I guess we did. I think we right. I think we have that.
One morning I woke up hovering over my body. Like literally hovering over. I woke up and I went, oh wow. Well, that's interesting. And it was like as real as I'm talking to you right now. And I thought, okay, well, I guess it's time to wake up. Right. And the moment I was like, oh, it's time to wake up, I went into my body and then I woke up.
Where was this?
This was in my parents' home in Toronto. I was a teenager. This is like years ago. And I woke up and I went and I told my parents, I was like, because it was so real. And they're like, yeah, great. That's interesting. It's like, what do you say to that?
You're like, don't you know what happened to me? Someone just said astral projection. What's that? Maybe that's what it was.
Ooh, astral projection. Was I dying? I may have died. I may have died. And maybe
George definitely has the answer.
Right. Yes, this is true. All right. I want to get to another fan question. This is from Sarah Levy Source. And her question is kind of a fun one. If you could play any other character on the show, who would you want to play and why?
Zoe.
Zoe.
I'm telling you, I watched that scene and it made the movie, which made my heart so happy, where it's a spoiler, so I can't even say it. I mean, I feel like I can because it's not that much of a spoiler. But someone comes into the Roman agency and asks for a coffee. And Zoe looks at them and says, no, I'm good, thank you. And I died. It's perfect.
She's got the best zingers. She's got she's got the part that you want, that's like, it's just like a little button to every scene. That's just twisting the knife a little bit further. I agree. I think she would. I think that's a. I mean, it's hard because each character is so interesting and different. I mean, like Phil is so cool, and August has all this stuff. I mean, it's hard to choose because there's so much. There's so much going on in each character, and the characters are so fleshed out so well that you kind of, I'd love to get a chance to kind of jump into everyone at some point.
I would want to be the Donovan house. I would want to be the actual house.
Interesting. That house is creepy as fuck.
I mean, but a lot of cool stuff happens there.
I shouldn't have sworn. Can I swear on this? I don't know.
I
don't know what.
I don't know. I think you can.
I don't know. I don't know if I just got fired.
We're on at 10 o'clock at night. I think we're good.
Yeah, you're okay. You're okay.
Yeah, that's true. We're on Friday night at 10. So.
Yeah. Guys,
All
I
right,
go to bed at
question.
7:30, so wish me luck.
I forgot.
I got another question. This comes from Anna Claire. I'm sure you guys have gotten this a lot already, but she wants to know how exciting it was for you guys to work on a show together again.
Aww.
Was it exciting to reunite this on the show?
It was.
It's to be honest, it was like just like peace. Like this peaceful feeling came over me. Like, yes, this is going to be great. You know, like, she's a great actor. She's a great person. And B, like, I was nervous going to like new production, like a whole new thing. And like, it made it less nervous knowing Sarah was there. Like, honestly, just having you there was like this pillar of like support and strength. And like, I never felt like I was alone because you were there.
Totally. And as I've said to you before, I mean, the exact same thing in that it's one thing. I mean, it's such a bonus to know somebody, but not only to know them and then have worked with them too. So you have that like added, edge of like, how that person works, what they're like on a set, if it's easy or not. And that was, like I said, it was the best text, that kind of early August morning or, late July. And Adam, we have gone actually way back. We've never worked together per se, but we met like 10 years ago or something in an acting class. Yeah.
It was super cool to be able to reunite on the show with you.
Yeah.
It was so cool. And I have to say, as someone in the cast, part of the cast, it was, like, you guys were the ones leading the way, and you set the tone. You really do in a lot of ways. And just to throw you guys some love, you guys just made it so enjoyable to come to set. It was so collaborative. We had so much fun, all of us. Yeah. And honestly, it's a credit to you guys. So as a fellow castmate,
I would also
appreciated that.
Whoever kind of put us together as to everyone who had a hand in like putting us all together too, I credit them. We just lucked out so much with the group that we have and how talented everyone is, and like just collaborative and fun and creative. It's just, we got really lucky with our group.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I thought the chemistry from day one was, because we met in that office, let's be honest, because of COVID and everything, there was no chemistry reads and there was none of that. It was literally like that day where we meet Susan.
Yeah.
Which everybody's going to see today.
Yeah.
But that, I was already excited because you could see everybody had, their own character. Yeah, it was exciting right off the bat.
Yeah, it was super. I remember sitting in my trailer, and all of a sudden I heard this harmonica I'm like, what the hell is it? Where's that coming from? And it was Mo, who plays August. He used to play the harmonica, the harp, all the time. And it was like the first time that I met him, because again, no, you're right, with COVID, we didn't have like a pre-shoot dinner or anything like that. And it was just such like I'm like, oh, this is gonna be cool. He's playing the harmonica. There's something magical happening, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we didn't even really have we had one table read, and it was over Zoom. Like, it was nuts. The way we kind of started off could have been a total catastrophe, to be
Completely.
perfectly honest. And like, we just, it couldn't have worked out better. Hopefully.
Do you guys have this is coming from Hannah Freed, a memory? Like, for me, I want to know if you have like a favorite memory, but she wants to know if there's a memorable house or filming location that stands out. There were so many. There was like, these homes were so amazing, and the views were incredible. But is there one that stands out?
Well, I mean, the Donovan house, I spent a lot of time there, was pretty exceptional. And there was an engagement, a real life engagement happened in front of me there. So that I got to be a part of.
There.
The homeowner's stepson proposed to the daughter. They did it right there. It was like a whole thing while we were filming. We like took a break. They started clapping.
And I'm doing the ceremony. This fall.
No.
No.
Right.
Oh.
You really, Adam goes real method.
Yeah.
Like doing weddings now. Oh gosh.
The
Yeah.
Donovan house for you, Sarah. Is there a home?
There is gosh, I mean, so many had such amazing scenery. But I think the house that stands out to me the most is more of like in a negative way, in that I'm not going to give anything away because it is a spoiler, but there were, gosh, can I even talk about it? Because it was just a very, there's a situation with water that happens. Is that giving it away?
No. I think that's probably a good place to just leave it.
Yes.
The episode where there's water, for people to remember this moment.
There's water, and everyone will know what I'm talking about when they see it, but there was water, and the water was so unbelievably cold that it literally took my breath away. And it was the most unpleasant 10 or 15 seconds I've experienced in a very long time. And then having everyone kind of come behind the monitor and like be sort of laughing to themselves because my face must have just been pure shock. Like, I couldn't hide it. It was just horrible. And it was 3 a.m. to boot. So that particular house, I'm like, I don't know if I need to go back there again.
Right. Just to let, we saw some questions come in. The season 1 is 10 episodes. And we have someone, Lauren Dacey from Australia. She wants to know how she can see it. Will it be streaming? I don't have an answer to that question, but Sci-Fi, I think Sci-Fi's got to get this international. But I think it is international anyway. But at some point, everyone in the world and the universe is going to see this show.
I have the same question because I have a friend in Paris who is asking how does she see it, and I don't have the answer yet. So I will we'll get an answer soon.
Yeah, and we have another question about, do we do our own stunts?
Ask Adam if he does his own stunts.
I do my own stunts, but so does Tim.
Oh yeah, of course.
Tim does, and I've got behind the scenes footage of us doing these stunts, which I will release later.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
But yeah, we do our own stunts. How about that?
I do most of my own stunts, except I suffer from vertigo, and when there's a lot of head whipping, it is not a good thing, and therefore I leave that up to the
Another
Okay, we got
fact about our mutual vertigo. I could do stunts no problem, but we did the scene where we drove in the car.
Yes,
I was
yes.
done for 2 hours. So like finished.
Really?
Total vertigo.
Oh, I
gosh,
remember
yeah.
you driving in this one particular episode. I also have behind the scenes footage of that just as we were rolling. You worked that car. I was like, this guy's driving really, really fast in a very narrow road. I was severely impressed by that.
Tell your friends.
Oh, yes. I remember that too. I was like, what are you talking about? I remember that too. Yes, this is true. Tim's a stunt driver. He does his own stunt driving too.
He is.
Well, to be honest, like Luke's car is like, I think the guy who just went to space, what's his name, the billionaire?
Yeah,
Richard
Tesla,
Branson.
He could have used this car. It was incredible. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the thing is, it has the screen that shows you behind, but I'm old school.
Yeah. You can't rely on the screen.
Yeah. Because I was sitting in the passenger seat, I had my eye on the screen just in case. You didn't see whatever popped, but you had that. Yeah, you were doing really
old school.
It was old school.
Oh yeah. I mean, it doesn't help that the car is like this incredibly luxurious Mercedes SUV.
Right.
Well, okay. One person on the show might have a nicer car than Luke, and it was Susan, if I remember correctly.
That's true. That's true. You had an unbelievable
got some good
car.
Cars.
You know who had the worst car? This guy. I had the worst car. I don't even think it was my car. I think it was my husband's car.
It's very bright. And I wonder who out of you or your husband would have picked that color.
I'm gonna go with the husband. Husband.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with that.
I think Phil is too stylish.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree with that.
Okay, we've got this fun thing. It's a real estate quiz to test your real estate knowledge. Now, the fans that are on this can also help you, all right? But here's the thing. If you get every answer right, Sci-Fi has said that they will guarantee us a 5-season order.
Great.
So not true, but hey, put it out there.
At Sci-Fi.
Well, Sarah, I hope you know what's up, because my brain is Paw Patrol and Buster the Bus. So we're in trouble.
Okay.
All right. So fans can help out with this. Fans can totally help out with this.
Okay.
It's multiple choice. So, question 1. The term housewarming comes from a tradition of A, burning your mortgage papers after paying it off. B, heating your home using a fireplace. C, throwing a party to warm up to your neighbors. Or D, a marketing ploy for real estate agents to drum up business.
I guess I have one question with this. Is this based in real fact?
These are real facts. We got a lot of C's. We got a B.
Yep, some C's. Ooh,
The mortgage. Someone said mortgage. Again, burning your mortgage papers after paying it off, heating your home using the fireplace, throwing a party to warm up to your neighbors, marketing ploy for real estate agents to get business.
I mean, that throwing your party for your neighbors, but like we know that. Is it the origin of what the housewarming is?
Great, Sarah.
Not housewarming as we know it currently.
Like the way you're thinking.
I'm going to go with B.
Final answer.
A or B?
I'm going with
I think, what's A again?
Burning your mortgage papers after paying it off.
Pretty good, Sarah. What's Sarah's?
Sarah's is heating your home using a fireplace.
I'll go with you, Sarah, because I'll go with you.
You move in and you're like, great, now we can heat it.
I think it's A, but solidarity, we're going with B. Final answer.
Sarah, final answer?
Yeah.
The answer is A.
Fuck.
Because back in the day, interest rates were so high that once you paid off your mortgage, this was not like you move in and have people over. This was way down the line after people paid off their mortgage. They would burn the papers and have people over. Google it. It's real. All right. Question 2.
Shoot.
Can we
got it
call
right.
George? We
Call
want
George.
George
Yeah.
Olsen
Where's
as
George?
our call a friend. They're golden.
Okay.
Give us our George.
Question 2. A person can purchase an acre of land on the moon for A, $30, B, $1,000, C, $50,000, or D, nothing, you idiot. Nobody can buy property on the moon. A, $30, B, $1,000, C, $50,000, or nothing. We got an A,
Nothing.
Catherine. We got a D.
How can you like, where is the land and who and how do you
There are
even...
different sections. You can buy things for different prices. You actually can. So I just gave you a hint there.
Oh,
but
Hold on. I was gifted a star.
Okay.
Yes.
This is an acre of land.
I'm inclined to go with A again, Sarah, but I'm going with whatever you
No,
want.
I'm going with Tim because I was wrong. I just don't understand how you can even purchase something. Like, who owns it? Who are you buying?
Final answer? Final answer?
Yeah.
Lock it in? A, $30. An acre of land for $30.
No way.
Yeah,
Guys,
it's true.
not called the Roman
Well,
agency for nothing.
Yeah, okay.
Is it like those things where you buy a star and everyone's probably owning the same star because there's no way to actually...
Honestly, it's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Google it. Like, you can buy land next to the Sea of Tranquility. It's ridiculous. This is what I do in my spare time. Now
No,
you know.
I'm here for it.
Okay, back in the day, like way back in the day, the primary purpose for a castle's moat was to enjoy the luxuries of having a lakefront property, or B, to keep your enemies at a strong visual distance, C, to prevent attackers from digging tunnels under your walls, or D, to raise fish since food was so hard to come by. A, lakefront property. B, keep your enemies at a visual distance. C, prevent attackers from digging tunnels under your walls. Or D, to raise fish. We got some B's, some C's.
With a B or a C?
We got a lot of strong C's.
As a real estate agent, I love A. I love it.
Yeah.
Correct, however, in this
A lot of C's. A lot of C's are coming in.
I think it's to stop the people from digging.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think that makes the most sense. Even though keeping your enemies at a distance, like, kind of makes sense. They can only come so close to your place with the moat around it.
So what? C's final answer?
Well, the fish is a great idea. I don't know.
It is a great idea. I'm going to go with Tim. I'm going to go with
C?
C.
C.
Correct. C. Well done. All right, we got 3 more.
I'm not going to be invited back to next.
No, this is great, guys. You're basically getting them all right, and because I know the answers, we've got them all right. So we're guaranteed 5 seasons. Great. Here we go. The country with the most amount of coastline. Country with the most amount of coastline is either A, the United States, B, Russia, C, Norway, or D, Canada.
Please, one more time.
Most amount of coastline. A, the U.S., B, Russia, C, Norway, D, Canada. Not Ireland, but I love the Irish, so.
Canada?
A lot of D's, a lot of D's. We got a Norway.
Canada, I think, because, like, think about that hole. It goes all the way up.
Right. We got a lot of C's. Yep. We got a lot of D's. We got a lot of D's, a lot of Canadas. It looks like between Norway and Canada, for the fans at least. A lot of Canadas.
Maybe
Got a Russia.
D only because of the theme that we shot it in Canada.
Okay. Final answer?
Yeah.
Correct. Canada. Norway coming in second, and Russia is 5th on the list. The U.S. is 8th on the list.
Wow.
All right. The U.S. Supreme Court has A, tennis court in its building, B, basketball court in its building, C, hockey rink in its building, or D, judges don't play sports.
B.
Basketball?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Correct. Making it truly the highest court in the country.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right? All right, last question. And if you get this right, apparently Sci-Fi just called and said that they are giving us 11 seasons. Guaranteed.
We shoot some of
Ready?
it in LA though, right?
Right. All right. What U.S. state requires the seller of a home to disclose if they believe the property is haunted? A, California, B, New York, C, Massachusetts, or D, Florida?
I'm gonna say Massachusetts. I don't know why.
Again, I'll say California, New York, Massachusetts, Florida.
I was waiting for all of the above because a stigmatized property or the implication that a house is haunted does affect the market value of that house. This is literally a thing.
This is true. But you have to disclose it.
I'll go with Sarah again for 2 reasons. A, solidarity. I can't say that word, however, Massachusetts. So I won't try. But, you know, there was, yeah, I believe there's.
I have no basis on Massachusetts. It just seems like one of those places that a kind of Eastern state.
Well, New York is also Eastern.
That's
I have to just
true,
make
that's
sure
true,
you
but-
know. And so is Florida.
It's true, but for some reason I think you're right. But like I don't know. I don't know why. I can't really articulate why. I'm picturing in my head like an image of what I don't even know.
Okay.
Well, I feel like you're trying to tell us that it's Florida. So I'd like to say Florida.
Let's take California and Florida off the table, right? We love them, but let's just take them off the table. So right? They're doing other things.
New York, then. Maybe it's New York.
New York. We think it's New York.
Do you want to lock that in?
We do.
You are right. It is New York.
This is why I don't play anything.
You are right. New York, a seller must disclose. And it's known as, to the locals, as the Ghostbusters ruling.
Really?
Yep. There you are. Guys, this has been so much fun. And because you got that answer right, we are going 11 seasons.
11
in LA,
seasons.
Sarah. 11 seasons in LA.
In LA. In LA. It was just
Guys,
right
this has been so much fun. We are at the end of our time together, but we'll see you on TV tonight.
Oh yeah, guys!
Can't believe it. It's actually happening. It's actually going on television.
Oh my God! It's premiering tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. Sci-Fi, CTV Sci-Fi in Canada.
Now I have a question about CTV Sci-Fi. Do people have to subscribe to CTV Sci-Fi? Or is it like
I don't know.
That just comes with your TV?
I think it comes with your TV, but I'm actually not sure.
Okay, maybe one of our
I think it's a really easy thing to Google though. If any of the fans
that I haven't
from Canada want to know, Google it. Call your cable provider. Definitely find out. I want to thank all the fans that joined us, that played along with us on our quiz. This honestly is going to be such a kick-ass season. It's such a cool show. It's an unbelievable cast, guest stars. Like, it's so cool. Right? Heart, humor, hell.
It's a great time.
Be sure to tune in every single Friday. Thank you guys I love you so much.
We're bringing back the TGIF, by the way, with our show.
That's true. Oh my.
Double.
Yeah, that's amazing. Anything else you guys want to say?
I think that's it. I just can't wait for everyone to see it.
Yeah, and thank you so much to everybody here in the room. I recognize a lot of names, and it means a lot. So thank you, everybody.
Cool.
Ditto.
Again, love you guys lots. We'll see
Thank
you.
you, Adam, the hostess with
Thanks
hostess.
for putting this all together. Seriously.
Thank you.
Awesome. No problem. All right. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.